The ZSS has warned against any action that could lead to violence and cause breakdown of law and order. The service also urged politicians who are not satisfied with the outcome of the recent polls to seek redress in the court instead of inciting violence or engaging in activities that could incite violence in the country. Now discussing this with me in the studio is the woman leader of the Labour Party and Obduction in Alimosho local government, Mrs. Felicia Okorocha. You're welcome to Political Matters. I'm Michael Adekunle. Right.
Yes.
Yeah. As the woman leader in Alimosho local government, I know you also took part in the just concluded election, both the presidential election and the governorship election in the states. Now, what would you say about the elections that took place in Lagos State, especially in your own ward?
Thank you for inviting me here and to be among the importance of the movement of the Obi as a movement in Nigeria. And we thank God for myself to be alive, because even particularly at that day of the presidential election, I know what's going on into my own unit. That is a polling unit 223, Ijebu. There's a lot of trouble. There's a lot of fighting. In fact, I don't really know whether it was really election in Nigeria. It baffled me a lot because I was out. I'm not a politician anyway. So with the movement and the women I gathered over Ijegemo, they were happy. People were happy to have a new Nigeria. Women were coming out to them to say, okay, let me go and get my PVC. People were happy. It's not on tribalism. Every woman were coming out to let us have a new Nigeria. And we know that anybody from after Ore going to Benin, all are Igbos. But this election was not particularly on Igbo alone. Everybody was thinking, let us have a new Nigerian. At the end of the day of the election was rigged. Even in my own particular unit, this particular man that was even terrorizing me, can you do that in Anambra State? This one, I asked, oh my God. I told the man, normally when we started doing a fashola, I was one of the women leaders in fashola with him. I was still at that Ijego. There's a woman they call Motosho that we were working for her then. After that, nothing was done. They will tell you after coming to the election, after coming to vote, after coming to be with them, political people, they will help you, help your children, but at the end of the day. So till then, I just cancel everything politics. So I'm not going to be on politics area.
So you're not into politics presently. You're still the women leader of Alimosho, Ijebu.
And I don't. Then I was just following
community,
Yes, then I was just following, just like you follow friends to go and join the party.
This last election.
No. This last election I'm talking about, I'm the woman leader. I'm the woman leader of Alimosho.
Alimosho.
That is Obduction.
Obduction. Okay. So can you tell us the difference between the Labour Party followers and the Obduction? Because I don't really understand it. I believe there are many outside there that don't really understand the difference between. Okay, now we have obedience, we have Obduction, we have people supporting Labour Party, or people that are in Labour Party. So can you tell us the difference?
Right away, this question you ask, I also ask over when we begin to ask, you are not from the Labour Party, you are now on supporting group. I've found out that those who are really on that Labour Party are politicians. Just like we women coming to support the group. There are two different things.
Okay.
That you belonging to the Labour Party and somebody coming to support. So in my own area now is a supporting group. We have different kind of movement. If you check my phone here, we have polling unit agent group. We have Labour Party, Alimosho, just like that, just like that, just like that. Then into that Labour Party, we still have that those ones that are said they are real politicians. They are the one that we have LP, we say they are Labour Party. But on the supporting groups, we are the Obiductions.
Obiduction, supporting Peter Obi or Labour Party.
Supporting Peter Obi. Or
under the platform of Labour Party.
So that's the word is obedience.
So if you are not supporting the party, you are supporting the personality or what?
Both the party, both the personality. Because if we ask most women over there, they are saying that you are not even, because most of them don't want to join in politics. Because many people will say, I don't go to politics. Politics people are evil. They have occult about this, about that. But because of that name, Obi came in. People know that doing his own regime in Anambra State, it was good. That is the reason why you see crowd coming out to support Obi.
So Obi is a movement.
It's a big movement.
Obedient is a movement.
Oh, exactly.
Obiduction is a movement.
It's
different from the Labour Party thing.
Yes.
Not a partisan thing.
It's not. What I'm telling you now is because of that Labour. It's just like having APC. They have APC, they have AGAD, they have, all of them are politicians.
Okay.
It's just like you having people in the market. We have Yaloja, and there are some people that support Yaloja. If Yaloja have not given a movement for you to move, there's nowhere. There's nowhere that Babaloja will move forward.
The movement is to support Obi under
the Labour Party. Yes.
Now that Obi has lost the election, what next? Do you still have the movement on board? Or what are the plans for the next election?
On that election of the next, how many years to come?
Yeah.
I don't know, because a lot of people have dropped.
If an Obi fails to contest under the same Labour Party, would you people still go on with that movement to support?
Yes. Nigeria has forgotten that we are not supporting parties. We are supporting personality. I gave people my instance, even in my area. The area I am, I told people that if I'm not good, people kind of pointing a finger on you, this person is not good, this one is not good. There's no way people will support me. Nigeria have found out that Obi is good, not because he's under landlord. If Obi has even come in APC, getting that name, Obi, people will still support him.
Now that would have been a breakthrough for Obi. Under APC, that's the ruling party now.
Yes. Yes, because people are not, we are not just voting because of that name, APC. It's your personality. What have you done in the country? What have people got to know about you in the country? Are you good? Can you handle the country? Then people that you are doing your own redeem. No, just like you started from a very little area. Maybe you started from a very good business.
Okay.
And if you couldn't do well in that small business, can you do it in the big way? You can't. If I'm inside one room and inside my one room, I can't be able to maintain the one room. Particularly, will I be able to maintain flat? No. So this particular movement we are talking about, everybody is just Obi. In fact, if you go to the platform, you hear him, they are giving him different names, sweet name, just like your mother. If a mother does well, a mother does not have a cost in you. At the end of the day, you are up to do in the future. Will you abuse your mother?
No.
You will, if anybody can even talk about evil about your mother, you will stone that person. Because your mother have led you to that.
Now, before the election and after the election, we've had a series of politicians in the studio. Some talked about it. After the election, some said the election was free, fair, and credible enough. And looking at the statements of the Obedience, let me say the Obedience family in generality, I realized that they are not really happy with the outcome of the result. Now, would you say the election was free, fair, and credible enough?
No, it was not free and credible because there was a lot of tormenting. There was a lot of tormenting. What don't allow the Nigeria vote their mind? Because even on that presidential election, we know what we suffer. I was one of the polling agents. Because if you allow people to really come out with all their mind to vote, I know you will be the first in Nigeria.
But Obi won in Lagos State.
He won in Lagos State, but what we are seeing now, that is the one that won in the presidential election.
But you were jubilating when he won in Lagos State?
Exactly, because we are happy. And we find out that in the Lagos State, it's not even the Yorubas, so-called Yorubas. Even my woman leader was a Yoruba. In my own zone over Ijegamo, I'm a coordinator over there. So I have a own woman leader. That woman leader, she was born and brought up here. She speaks Igbo very well. Maybe the father or maybe the mother is from just like Badebo. As we were saying, Badebo is not a Yoruba. Badebo is a half Yoruba, half. That's what we are looking at. The day I come in Kentown with that boy,
Badebo.
Oh my God, we all women leader were in the Igbo at Ijigo. I look at the young guy. I look at him and said, no, if you are good.
You look at him and fell in love, or you look
I
at
look
him
at him and fire that. Within me, I was thinking, can this boy can he be able to take care of Lagos State as a whole? Oh my dear, well, by the time the guy stood up and was, giving us things that have happened in this country. That means that this boy this is not the first time of him coming out for contesting of this
governorship election.
No, maybe he have contested just like the
Jandor.
Not even Jandor.
Jandor has not contested.
Jandor have not even Jandor particularly have not even known him. When they said somebody, we were having meeting at the Samco hotel, and people came and they came to call me. And that is Saleko, Femi Saleko from YPP. He came to call me and please support us in this Alimosho president. No, House of Rep.
Okay.
The House of Rep then was Olushola Azubike. So when I look at Olushola Azubike, within myself, I find out that there's nowhere, if you are non-indigenous of Yoruba, that will want either president, either governor or House of Rep or House of Assembly. But by the time we came out to look at that, this guy was too good to be there. We voted him, and I'm sure he won for House of Rep Olushola Azubike.
Now, was there any time you people thought Badebo would win in Lagos State? Was there any thought you were optimistic of Badebo winning the governorship?
Anybody who is under that umbrella of LP. Look at the guy that won in Abia State. It was under the LP.
Did the obedience and obedunction support
fully
Badebo?
Fully.
Just the way they supported Obi
fully
in the presidential poll.
The reason why the Badebo did not win the election was in fact, the intimidation on the governor election was more than.
So the electorate were intimidated.
Intimidated. Myself, about 15 men from APC.
Are you sure that they were from APC?
They're from APC because when they have their cap, within that area, we from the secretariat have to give that. Please, nobody should come in with any identity to show that you are from so
party. Okay.
But what will show you is your tag.
Okay.
I just remove my tag because even my party card is inside there.
Okay.
You just remove it. But we found out that most of them, PDP was calm because they found out that who they wanted to vote for, they have not done anything from the previous one. There's no way you can come in.
No track record.
No track record, but what did they call the one that is coming in from PDP from Lagos State? Jandon. I know Jandon as the supermarket. I've known him as to come and to be.
He's not the owner of a Jandon supermarket.
I thought
the supermarket is Jandor. This is Jandor. Yeah.
I thought it was the same thing. I said I've not even heard such name.
Yeah.
Rather than even this particular Badebo. I've not heard of him. The reason why that guy was popular because of the other party of LP. When they come, all the people that are contesting from the party will come up with They will call women leader. This is our candidate for so party.
No. Let me just cut you a bit. You said you were intimidated. Were you beaten? Were you told to leave your polling unit or what? Were you the only one intimidated?
In that particular my unit, because from I was a supervisor during the presidential. When the presidential, we move to find out where there's quarrel, where there's no quarrel. So in my own area, I was not given a tag. And we have agents and we have canvasser. Canvasser are the supporter group too. They will come and find out whether the thing is going on, what is going on there. After the election, we have to count. That's where the problem is. And the presiding officer we have there are all these young guys from universities. They are afraid.
They're not strong enough.
They are not strong enough because when they were checking, if you don't do that, where are you going to? Where are you not going to? Where are you not going to? I have to calm a lot of down. Because that is the area. The reason why they do Labour Party does is that you have to be conversant with their area. Because in that area, if it should be here, people over here doesn't know me. But in my area where people know me, immediately they will see me say, because I'm a physiotherapist. What is this woman doing here? Have we done politics? Oh, this woman has done politics. I said, no, I'm not a politician. Because of the particular man, Obi movement, the obedience. That is why I'm inside there. At the end of the day, when we were counting the votes, in our people, we taught them how to vote. Because some of the parties does not think that their candidate have to vote.
To vote, okay.
We give them, we have to go on these stumps and
to print.
To print. So that you do not cross into other lines. So then when we were counting, we found out that from other parties, their line was crossing over. And there's nowhere because from the beavers machine and from taking the picture from there, uploading your password, how it is, then you bring it out. Then after that, we bring out all the papers the voters have, then you now count. It was during the counting. So
the incident happened, right?
The incident happened. The Baba was just saying, why is that during the presentation, even in my unit, during presentation, we won in that area.
Wow.
Yes, because we beat them down. People were coming to vote. Even till 2:30, the INEC official was asking me and say I was INEC. People who came there thought I was INEC official, but what I wanted because I was well organized. What I did is that during then even there's no food for them, I had to go and buy them. Food is not as if I want to bribe them because I want to give them a conducive area for them to stay.
Were they given tokens, to vote? Did you give your
No, don't give them no.
Voters?
No, you don't give tokens because the thing is that this election was very, very quick. If they know with the election.
How sure are you that the election was rigged? Because
yes, the election was rigged.
You're still emphasizing on the fact that the election was rigged.
Because if you find out that even till now, we are still seeing the ballot paper from outside in the bush. They will bring in somebody will say, this is the ballot paper is there. This is ballot paper in so place. What can I be saying that when you have a computer and you have something that you upload, at the end of the day, you do not upload it. Then after that, we are finding that the uploading that people did not upload, then some of the papers were drive it out from it. Even when we follow them to the Credential Center, they didn't allow most of us to enter. There were talks of war. There was even fighting from Ikotu. Because from Ijego, we have to leave Ijego to follow them. Because in my own unit, the machine was not uploading. Because they say the server was off. We don't know what happened, why the server was off. But what I'm telling you that in my unit will now begin to hear story from Ijogo bus stop, from a gate that they are hitting, they are fighting. They come with intimidations. Intimidation was much.
At that point in time, did you report the violence?
Yes, reported.
The violence to the necessary or the concerned
authorities.
Exactly.
Even the security officer that were there. Because them over there too thinking, if I just not keep quiet and anything happened to me, I'm gone forever.
Now, presently, are you still interested in politics?
I've told you I'm not a politician. It's just because of that movement.
So you're not interested anymore?
I'm not interested in any politics. I'm never interested in any politics. The reason why I was thinking if I join the movement, one, to favor my children, because my children are in university. If they got to work, at least, but by now, you'll be able to know me if you see my face. Obi, I've not seen him. I've not even seen Obi. Even the day he came to TBC, the women leader we are over 500 women leader. So how will he be able to know this is the person?
Recognize this.
Yes, a human. But with my ID card and with my card, if I should go to the Obi office and say I'm one of the people that work on their movement.
Okay, after the election, there have been this conversation going on, or inciting statements, going on off social media and online, inciting statement made by the obedience. How would you, cop that? Because this is something the DSS has also, warned politicians about. But I won't say just politicians alone. We have the followers of Obi, making inciting statements on social media. So how would you people cop this? Because whether we like it or not, it will have a negative impact.
It already have a negative impact. The negative impact affected during that governorship election, because a lot of people didn't come out. Will you imagine in my polling unit that we are having 425, 446? Ask me how many people that came in 50 on the governorship election. People did not come out. People were afraid
because of intimidation.
One, because of intimidation. Two, because of that rigging. Because when polling unit agent is, they make it well with us. Just like we are having about 3 people here. They say, give me results. This one give you a result, this one give you a result, this one give you a result. Based on the result, everyone was calculating on the result. Because immediately you are done, you snap and send. Immediately you are done, you snap and send. So the calculation was there, both all over Nigeria. So then we still have people that have a lot of brain upstairs. They were calculating. The number was high, even as he won in Lagos State, he won in Abuja, the major state that you know that are at least at the end of the day, you find out that.
Now that the politicians are, the DSS has warned politicians and their followers over, statements that could lead the country into violence and all this kind of mishap. Now, what are you leaders doing to refrain or to stop your followers from, making such inciting statements? What are people doing about it?
My brother, even for now, when you have a wound and the sky is there, when you remember that sky, you remember the incident of what happened. That what really happened now.
Are you guys in support of what you're saying?
On support of what?
The statement being made.
Because people are saying their mind. Everybody just begging to say his mind. Even that day when we were in the obedient movement going from Ojuele back to stadium, I know somebody pointed at me. I was very far. A white man came and was saying, yes, I love you, you are good. There are people pointing the hand on you that I look at our woman leader over there. The man interviewed me and asked me, okay, so if Obi did not win on this movement, what will happen? I said, let it leave it for God. Let it leave it for God. We don't know what God will do, but for we to find out that the crowd coming in is not for joke.
It's not for a joke. Presently, the case is in the courts, and I believe something good will come out of it at the end of the day. See that the opposition wins or the ruling party, succeeds. If by adventure or if eventually Obi loses out, what will you do? How would you feel about it?
We feel bad. We feel bad, but that is not the end of the life. It's not the end of life. We've forgotten that because I was telling my people, even the women over Ejegemo, when that first incident happened, or the presidential election and people won, a lot of them said, what am I going there to do? Nobody they don't even know. We know saying that man win, and no can give her. I said, leave that one for God. Let us go and finish the work. He has not finished.
How will you be able to finish it?
No. After the presidential now, people refuse to come out.
Come out for the governorship
election. When they see you say, and they don't go chop money. When they go chop money, I said, I use my money for transport. I use my money to feed women. I use my money for if you are going in a group, they will say pay money. All my money. I've not gotten shishi from it. We are not working for you to get that cash immediately. We are looking at the future. So if at the end of the day, with all the petitions and what is going on, you still no win, you've forgotten that the politicians will still come out together and eat the same table. Then we will pay ourselves.
Okay. And now, before we go, I would like you to give an advice to the aggrieved youth out there that are not really happy with the outcome of the, both presidential poll and governorship poll.
Well, would I tell my youth that they should be happy? I don't know the advice I will be able to give my youth.
Because they need to, to stop the act of violence, making a statement that could plunge the country into a big mess at this point in time. We are in a very crucial time, very, very crucial time. And we don't need such statements, So what advice would you give to them?
The advice, because particularly the violence and the intimidation is not from Labour Party. Labour Party people are calm. We are very, very calm. The opposition parties that are outside killing, beating, doing all sorts of whatever at all. I know that if God say it is still Obi that will be there, it will be there. If God says it is not him, it is the other person, all right, so no problem. We still have to pray for him to continue with it, and God will still help him.
But yeah, your advice to the youth is very, very important as a woman leader.
That everybody should be calm. That we should be calm.
All right, thank you
Thank
you so much. I really appreciate you for coming on board. Thank you so much. All right, on this note, we'll say goodbye to you on today's edition of Political Matters. Join us next time on the same platform. Michael Adekunle remains my name. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. The social media handles are displayed right on the screen. Bye.